What do I say? I had so much fun. What's going on, everybody? It's cameraman Whitney here at the slide school at the Get On Moto Fest outside of Fort Worth. I've waited forever to do this. This is going to be essentially flat tracking school. We're here with Johnny Lewis, who's an ex-supermoto racer, and we're going to get set up on these Royal Enfields and learn how to slide. I wanted to do this way before COVID. Of course, that kind of, killed the whole thing, and now it just happens to be the day before my birthday, and this is one of the best birthday presents ever. So let's get into it. All right, so today we're gonna have, I think, about 30 minutes of class, kind of get to know the bike, get to know what we're doing, kind of acclimate to the whole thing. And we're gonna have some instructors who are also ex-racers and amateur racers as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and get started on this little oval dirt track over here. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so much fun.
Now you're rolling.
Awesome.
You having fun?
Oh yeah.
That's what matters right there, having fun.
Having a lot of fun. Hopping on. As you can see, there is no front brake. There are also barely any gears. There's just one. Okay. 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 All right, he's telling me to hold the brake down longer, and it's like, well, I'm trying to put my elbow up and I'm trying to put my foot out, but that rear brake is your best friend, and he's telling me I'm letting it go too early, and it's making me run wide, and I can definitely feel that.
Focus on getting that in, opening that leg up, and pushing the bike down. Remember, you gotta push the water down, you gotta put more pressure. But then to let the water up, it's nice, easy pressure, right? So we gotta follow. I want to see you guys come in, get the bike to slide, what you're doing, but remember, we gotta stand the bike up. So, but for like, I want you guys to watch, these two, because they're starting to get it a little bit more consistently, so no pressure. But when you get in there and you push, if it hits something, you keep pushing. Because when it hits, like, that stuff build up, it wants to stand the bike up. So you know it's going to do that when you run in the corner on a pushing track. You know it's going to want to stand you up. So you anticipate that it's going to push a little bit more. I get in there, I got to keep pushing. I don't give up pressure on that inside arm. All right? So let's focus on that. But then we got to get the eyes to turn quicker so you can get back on the gas. When you turn your head and you make the direction change with your head, the throttle follows and you have a perfect exit. But when you don't turn your head, you try to get on the gas and the bike runs over here, it doesn't finish the rotation. So, like I always say, what we're working on is two different things. Body, and then your head, like your leg, but then your head. Just do the same thing. We're just trying to finish the corner. Keep that leg out and turn, keep the head to turn. To finish the corner, then to go. That inside arm is what finishes that corner. You don't let a bow go until you get the thing all the way back, right? You don't release it. You don't go here and just not Robin Hooding it. You get it all the way, you aim it, and then release. Same thing. I come in, I push the bike down, I aim it, and then I release. I might have been a little slower in the center of the corner than you guys when I rode, but I was bouncing off the rev limiter halfway down the straightaway. Because I gave up a little bit to get the bike to turn, but then I was 100% throttle, let the thing eat. So we give up a little bit, get the thing to finish, get the all the way pulled back, and then release. All right? But when we release, we just don't go like this and forget about shoulders back, squeezing the horse, all that fun stuff. We have to match everything. All these remember I said we're going to overlap a lot of stuff today? It's all that overlapping stuff.
So It is so much easier to talk to you guys not when I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff. Someday, when I've been doing it for however many years, in spite of been doing it, then it'll be easy. But there's almost like this, there's a specific order, especially if you're a beginner, that you gotta work on. You gotta work on your speed. You gotta work on keeping your eyes up. You gotta lean the bike. He's like, you gotta push it down, you gotta pull it up. You've got to stomp on the rear brake like nobody's business, which is interesting. It's fun though. You definitely can take a tighter turn when you are just stomping on that brake. You gotta drag your foot. You're trying to hit the apex. You're trying to hit the brake the hardest and drag your foot pretty much the most on the apex of the turn. That is a lot to think about, and I think to myself, man, why does the day have to end? Why do we gotta end right when you're starting to get the hang of it and get into that rhythm? That seems like, you know, this, now we're having fun, of course. Last session, it's just kind of the nature of the beast. You've got to learn how to trust the motorcycle. It does become an extension of yourself. You got to let it fall. That's hard to do. It just seems so important to get out and go ride on the dirt. Those are lessons in power, traction, control, trust, psychology. I mean, it's a million different things. What's really cool too is like I couldn't find the peg because the peg was so high, so I kept dicking around with my left foot, bringing it up too high, and he's like, just keep it out the entire way. Oh, we got someone go down. Luckily that's been happening a lot, so it's all a part of slide school, is eating it and being okay. Dirt's soft, bikes are pretty light. These are single cylinder, 400 and some cc's, I don't remember. It's hot out here and I'm too busy having fun. These are fun bikes. You get tired easy in the Texas heat. Dirt starts getting deeper. It almost feels like you're in water. It's an interesting sensation of traction to kind of get used to, and then the psychological aspect of control comes in there, and you gotta keep your right elbow up, point your left hand down. You gotta keep your eyes up. You gotta, you know, really crank your neck to turn and look.
Running.
Awesome.
Give it gas.
All right, here's the crashed one. Keep your leg out. You gotta hug your tank. Oh, I forgot about knees. You gotta keep your knees. Throw on the brake. Keep the brake on all the way through the apex. Keep your eyes where you want to go. Run over the cone. Faster on the straightaway. Speed helps so much. There we go. We're sliding. Hell yeah. You're not supposed to get on the throttle until you hit the apex. And we all clump up towards this giant pile of sand. Man, this... Ooh. Hope she's okay. Ooh. Good thing the medics are nearby. You know, every time I stub my toe, I think of how bad it must hurt to be in a motorcycle accident. I'm like, I can't handle that. My toe hurts. How am I supposed to scoop up my whole body off the road? She's making jokes, but she might have a bum knee. But I'm so glad she's okay. All right, and that concludes that. That is fine by me. All right, let's go wrap it up. What do I say? I had so much fun. Oh my God. It's way different than a track day. It's way different than even when Spite and I went on to MX Factory and had a dirt bike day. There's so much more you have to think about. And then on top of that, the track is just changing wildly every lap, every person in front of you. Even when people are just eating it out here, there's now a big dent in the track, and now you're gonna get caught on it. And it's a crazy sensation as the track becomes more loose. It's almost like whipping a bike through water. but it's fun. It's just so much fun. Lots of things to think about. And every time I do something like this, I kind of just want to decompress on a therapist's couch or something. All these crazy psychological things start coming to the surface. You're like, why am I fixating on that? What's wrong with me? It's fine. Nothing's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. And then you're like, everything's fine. And then you just start, those thoughts start to melt away and you just start getting into the rhythm. Now, that's always going to coincide with the end of the day. It's now the second you dip a toe into like that wave, okay, cool, we're done. Sick. Now that's all I'm going to think about for the next, 48 hours. So this is a huge, you got to do this. It's huge. That's how big it is. You learn so much about power, traction, your brain, which is terrifying. No, who wants to go in their own brain? No one. And if you do, there's something wrong with you. Power, control, like upper body, muscle control, it's wild. It's 100% worth it. So you didn't have as much fun as I did, but I hope this was still fun to watch. So Spite and I are gonna find another flat tracking class somewhere, and we're gonna go there and we're gonna do this because it's so much fun. So thanks for tuning in. See you guys later.
Now how you doing, partner? This video's over, but you click on this one right over here, you keep watching yourself some yammy new. Maybe I bend my busa on this one, maybe I'll give you some other funny memes or something like that. You might not know if you watch the video, so watch the video now, alright?